The Secret Doctrine of the Rosicrucians by Magus Incognito. Part 1. Continued. The symbol of the Rosy Cross. The well-known symbol of the Rosicrucians, the Rosy Cross, appears in several forms. As for instance, a cross surrounded by the rose, the sword, and the cross hand attached to the rose, the cross surmounted by the crown, a modification of the phallic cross, etc. The explanation of the general symbol is sevenfold, the three highest being reserved for initiates of a certain rank, only them, and therefore cannot be stated here. Below follow several of the meanings of which we are permitted to translate and explain here. Number 1. The cross surmounted by the rose indicates that the rose, the mystic symbol of the divine, can be attained only by the suffering of mortal life, symbolized by the cross. Number 2. The sword attached to the rose indicates that the sword of the spirit must be actively employed in the battle of life in order to win the reward of the rose being the reward bestowed by the queen upon the victorious knight in the olden days. Number 3. The cross surmounted by the crown. It indicates that the suffering of mortal existence, borne by the faithful disciple of truth, will inevitably be rewarded by the attainment of the crown of mastery. Every cross has its crown. And no cross, no crown, being old aphorisms, seeking to express this truth. And number 4, the modified phallic cross. It indicates the sexual duality of the manifested universe. The presence and activity of the universal male principle and the universal female principle, respectively. The modified phallic cross of the Rosicrucians, however, must not be taken to indicate any relationship of the Rosicrucians with the gross forms of phallic worship, however. The latter is merely the distorted shadow of the truth and must not be mistaken for the reality. Here is a symbol of the Rosy Cross. In parentheses it says conventionalized. Concluding this introductory statement, and inviting you to enter into the study of the secret doctrines of the Rosicrucians, let us ask you to carefully consider the following words of an ancient aphorism. The possession of knowledge, unaccompanied by a manifestation and an expression in action, is like the hoarding of precious metals by the miser. A vain and foolish thing. Forget not the law of use. In this and all other things, that concludes part 1 of The Secret Doctrine of the Rosicrucians by Magus Incognito. Part 2 is entitled The Eternal Parent. That's for the next video. See you there.